Welcome to Just the Good Bits. A couple of things I wanted to show you that's going on with the garden. I have picked up about 5 or 6 caterpillars. You can see here where they have been munching on tomatoes. And this one looks right here where I got them pretty early, I think, on some of them. This didn't have anything yet. And here is this one, aromas, which are the best producers, man, they really munched away on this. As you see, we got quite a few tomatoes. And more buds coming out. But boy, the tops, man, this one of them was gigantic. Didn't kill them, put them in a tree that they could call home and fertile to beautiful butterflies. The poor thing, butterflies are in such bad shape that I wasn't about to, from all the GMO crops and pesticides, so I wasn't about to kill them. But I didn't want to kill them off tomato plants either. At any rate, another thing I did, I had read, because these beefsteaks were not producing flowers or anything, so Sunday, this is Tuesday, the end of June, I went and I cut the suckers off from the bottom. And now there's a lot of disagreements about whether to cut them off or not to cut them off. Mother Earth video says don't cut them off because you can only produce so many on each tomato plant. They're designated for so many. If you cut the suckers off, you're going to have less. But one thing that it does do is it's starting to produce now, and this is Tuesday, and I already have tomatoes. It might be a coincidence, but I've got 4 tomatoes showing. Here's one here. And so, I don't know, but maybe it's supposed to shock them into go ahead producing. So, our eggplant, a bird or something got to the, something ate a hole in our little eggplant that was growing really nice size. And ants got to it. We had to take it and cut it off. We're going to cut the bad spot off and eat it. But one other thing I wanted to show you. Oh, and I did put the vinegar down. Here it's almost at the end of June, and we have still got mushrooms. And they are still doing damage. I had to pick a immature, it's pretty good size, you can eat it, but it wasn't fully grown, pickle off because mushrooms were just, covering it, and it would have killed it. The mushrooms would have killed it, the black on the mushrooms, and they still, you can see, are doing a number on the lettuce. The lettuce is not growing, it doesn't, neither is the spinach, and this is what's happening with the spinach. They're ripening, they're coming up and almost ripening, and then they go to mush. And I'm believing that's because of this black and all the mushrooms. I think that's what's causing that. So that was the things I wanted to show you. And as you can see still, these are strawberries, and they're also still integrated with mushrooms. And the bigger plants, the mushrooms don't hurt, but they do if there's some peas down there, some string beans that the mushrooms have gotten on. So this is the straw bale gardening. I'm just trying to give you a heads up. We're showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly with straw bale gardening. And we live in the low country of South Carolina, right outside Charleston, South Carolina, and we have a lot of rain here, and we also have a lot of drought. It makes it really difficult growing. It works well for tomatoes, but at any rate, this year we've had a lot of rain, and now we're getting no rain, just some in the afternoons. It's supposed to rain next week, so that's good. But at any rate, just giving you an update on what's going on with the garden, and hopefully letting you see what's going on with us, and maybe it'll help you determine what you're going to do if you wanted to start doing a straw bale gardening. So as you can see, we have no weeds. Weeds would have literally taken over these plants and would have been too much. It would have been very difficult for us to keep the weeds down. We don't have any weeds. A little grass, which doesn't bother anything. So there is good points and bad points. And I believe the good is outweighing the bad. We're going to try something different next year with these straw bales, and we will update you then. So let's see, our little goatees put out some plants as well. At any rate, happy gardening.